All right, so I bought this NC a couple weeks ago, and I bought it primarily as a track and autocross toy. And it came with a bunch of good parts already. It came with wheels and coilovers and the Blackbird Fabworks roll bar. It came with that seat originally installed. But unfortunately, I do not pass the broomstick test by quite a large bit. So to get myself lower in the car, I decided to get an aftermarket racing seat. So I got the PCI bracket from Goodwin Racing. And then on Facebook Marketplace, I just picked up this Sparco Sprint. I'm going to show you a little bit about how I installed it and how much drop I was able to get from it. So first of all, I'm sticking with the 3-point harness for now, just for ease of use on the road, because I'm going to be driving it to the track. And I don't love using a 5-point harness on the street. Right now the seat is just test fit in there. It's just loosely fitted. During this loose fit, it's proving to be a little bit difficult to get everything lined up. Basically, it's sitting a little bit to the left. I can probably get it to line up, but right now, what seems to be interfering is, oh, there's no way you're able to see this. Basically, the bolt that is holding the seatbelt receiver sticks out of the side of the bracket and is contacting the transmission tunnel. I'll pull the seat out and show you what I mean. Okay, here it is out of the car, and let me show you what I was talking about. So, this is the tab on the PCI bracket that you're supposed to mount the seatbelt to. I think it's mostly designed for mounting a 5.2. It comes with hardware. This is actually PCI's bolt, and there is another one up here for the other side. Nothing's going on the other side because in the MX-5, the 3-point belt is actually mounted to the chassis, so I'm just going to leave that where it is. I'll route it through the seat, but I'll leave it connected to the car where it is. So when I bolted this in, I bolted it so that the actual seat belt is on the outside, and that's, I don't know, maybe a little less than 1/10 of an inch thickness. I think what I'm going to do now is move this to the inside so that hopefully this bolt head moves that 1/10 of an inch inboard, or I guess it would be outboard, away from the transmission tunnel, and it should hopefully give me a little extra room and maybe it'll fit. But before I do that, I'll show you how I have the Sparco Sprint set up on the upright brackets. On the back, it is in the very bottom hole, and on the front, it is in the second hole. It is kind of hard to mount because the way the Sprint seat tapers upward. I don't think this is the case for like fiberglass seats. I've never used a fiberglass seat before, but it seems like because of the steel frame, it has this weird taper to it. PCI does provide these little nylon spacers, and I have put one of those in between the seat and the upright here, and I did not put one in the back. So the back is bolted straight to the seat, and then in the front it has one of these nylon spacers in between. And it's the same on both sides. All right, great success. Seat is in the car and bolted down tight. As you can see, I routed the 3-point through the hole of the seat. Let's see. I was able to get 25 foot-pounds on both this back one and the other side, so that was quite nice. I used one of these kind of long wobble extensions. Let's see, where is it? This one. So it allows the socket to wobble a little bit and gave it just enough play that I was able to get a decent angle on this back, I guess, transmission tunnel one. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's that one down there. Yeah, I placed it in, and then I just kind of finger tight all 4 of them. I got a little bit too, I guess, excited or wanted to answer the question of whether or not I could get torque on that one. And I torqued this one first. If I had to do it again, I'd probably torque the front 2 first and then do the back 2. yeah, I think that's probably the smarter way to do it, but I got 25 foot-pounds on all of them. As far as the seating position goes, there's probably the potential to have the seat sit another inch or so back. I don't need it though. I'm 6'2" with a 34-inch inseam, and if anything, I'd actually probably move the seat forward a centimeter or so. But it's good for now. I'll at least drive it around and see if I want to redo it. I did plug in the seatbelt sensor from that receiver to the wiring loom. I did not do anything with, I guess there's two other connections from the stock seat that go into the pigtail on the car side, on the chassis. I think one of them is a seat occupancy sensor, and the other one, I'm not sure what it is. It might be for the radio or something. I guess not. This doesn't have seat rest speakers. So I fully expect to get some sort of airbag sensors or airbag lights, but I'll possibly change those in the future. I really just wanted to kind of proof of concept, see if this would get me low enough. I'd probably like to switch to a fiberglass seat or like a nicer seat in the future, but this will do for now. It's just kind of a cheap-ish proof of concept to see if it works. As far as weight goes, I did do the old bathroom scale between these two. The original seat weighed 31 point something pounds, and this seat actually weighs 32 point something. I'd already switched over the seat belt receiver, so like I actually think that it's probably exactly dead even, within a pound between this setup and the original setup. I think that's for two reasons. One, the PCI bracket is actually pretty heavy. It's heavier than I expected. And then two, the Sparco seat is also very heavy. I'll put some stats in the description if I look them up, but the Sprint seat being a metal frame seat versus a fiberglass seat makes it actually weigh quite a bit. So no weight savings, purely ergonomic and getting myself below the roll bar. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments.